On a frozen Christmas Eve in 1914, German trenches near Ypres erupted not with gunfire but with carols, a single lantern swaying above the mud as voices carried asterisk still enact asterisk across no man's land, drawing British soldiers to peer over barbed wire at the impossible, enemies standing unarmed, beckoning them forward. Welcome to Epoch Unleashed, the channel that drags history out of dusty textbooks and shoves it in your face with brutal honesty. Here we strip away propaganda and myths, presenting raw facts and deep insights to challenge accepted narratives and confront forgotten controversies with relentless clarity. This spontaneous truce, ignored in official war records and suppressed by commanders, reveals a searing truth about World War I's first winter. The humanity that flickered beneath the industrialized slaughter, where men who'd lobbed grenades hours earlier now swapped cigars and family photos, their fragile camaraderie threatening to unravel the very myth of righteous warfare. Picture the frostbite gnawing at their fingers as they climbed from trenches strewn with corpses, the stench of decay momentarily overpowered by the pine scent of a makeshift Christmas tree, hauled to the parapet by a Saxon private whose brother had died at Mons. Men from Lancashire and Bavaria, strangers united by exhaustion and longing, defying orders to bury the dead together in soil that crumbled like wet ash. Hear the leather ball thudding in the half-frozen muck during that legendary football match, soldiers laughing as they slipped in uniforms, caked with blood and clay, the game's rules improvised and forgotten, a momentary illusion of normalcy that made the war's absurdity scream louder than any artillery barrage. But ask yourself, why did generals on both sides panic, burning letters home that described the truce, and rotating entire units to the rear, to prevent another outbreak of peace? Now feel the dread creeping back with the dawn of December 26th, as a British captain stared at the German lieutenant, who'd gifted him a button from his uniform, both knowing their rifles would soon roar again, their silent pact drowned by a chorus of howitzers and the shrill whistles ordering them to kill men they'd just called friends. The real miracle wasn't the truce itself, it was the military machine's ruthless efficiency in crushing it, erasing it from narratives that demanded endless hatred, reducing that flicker of shared humanity to a footnote until veterans dared whisper about it decades later. So when you hear tales of unavoidable conflict, remember those soldiers who chose mercy in hell's heart, and ask whose interests are served when we're told peace is impossible, brotherhood a fantasy, and war the only language we'll ever speak.